Hello, check this out. I got myself a telescope. It's a toy grade. I didn't expect much of it. The main reason I got it because it was cheap. The store that sold it was closing and I got it at reduced price. And another reason, well, should I say, what I expected from it, or what I wanted from it, is a point of reference, like what are the problems or what should I expect from a telescope. And I expected that I look at it once and don't like it and toss it away. And I was surprised. The telescope itself, the optics, it's not amazing, but it's not too bad actually. The optics itself, it's alright. It could be better, I don't know. But what's really bad about this is it's the tripod. It's really useless. I think it's mainly there that they can say that it comes with a tripod and you don't really, you cannot use it very much. And it's really disappointing. Well, I don't know. But look at this part here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, okay, here. So even if the rest of the stand wasn't so flimsy, this part alone is so soft that you can, I don't think you can see it, but it's not this, sorry. It's not this joint that's flexing, but the plastic part itself. And the tripod itself it's flexing too, especially if you have it extended. You cannot have it extended basically. I don't think. I didn't try it, but I don't think you can have it. Basically, you have to have the shorter version, and you have to be sitting next to it. So yeah, and this is pretty much what I was expecting from the tripod. That it's really flimsy and useless. But because I was surprised that this thing itself, it's useful to an extent. Yeah. Because now that I'm thinking of it, you could really see stars that was invisible, completely invisible. Well, that's the whole point, I guess. But I was surprised that when you have the image not wobbling, you could see stars. So because I got so well, I guess I was a little bit expecting that if it's alright, I might modify it or build a tripod or something, and I think I'm going to do that because this is it's alright. Did I say that already? Sorry. So this thing. Before I continue, I was also expecting to, sorry. I was thinking that I might use it as a part. For example, this focusing thing. I already had this in part. This comes off with 3 screws, but because this is usable, I might not do that at all. I'm just going to use this as itself and get a better tripod. But yeah, when I looked inside, it was pretty interesting. The lenses are like shoved in a metal like mounting plate, and it's just shoved in there. So that's just something interesting, maybe. It comes with 2 eyepieces, and it has this like prism. And when you are using like this, you have to have the prism in here. You cannot put any of the eyepieces directly here. The image doesn't focus like that. Also, there's another piece that magnifies the image even further. For example, looking for planets or the moon. But you need clear skies to do that. It's not really useful. And when you are using the extra magnification, you have to take this off and use up the extra piece here and the eyepiece last. And I didn't use it that much yet, just 1 hour last night, like trying to figure out what's the process of using the telescope. So first you look at the sky. This is, by the way, really not good time for using telescope because it's like midsummer and there's no dark hours. But I saw a few stars, and that was enough for testing. And I was amazed because I looked at Venus and I used the extra magnification, and I couldn't see any features, and I'm not sure if that's even possible. But the extra magnification works, but the sky wasn't clear enough to be useful. There's about the eyepieces. I'm not really sure what they do. To me it seemed like the other eyepiece was like darker. I'm not really sure what the point is, but yeah, the process. You look at the night sky, be like, oh, here's a star that I wanna take a look, or star cluster, if there were enough, like not daylight to be seeing star clusters, but anyway, you first by eye you look at the sky and you point approximately in the right direction. And there's, by the way, some adjustment, but these are really bad. But oh yeah, and by the way, this is so flimsy that it picks up like this oscillation from the wind itself, so, and you have to be always careful not to bump it. But yeah, okay, you aim by the hand, and then you look through this, and this in most cases isn't like aligned. There's little X like crosshair, but that doesn't really, you could adjust it, but I don't think that's really necessary, because you could just point it in general direction. Look this one, because this magnifies the view by, it would look like across the pipe here and here to get it first aligned, and then you use this one and make sure that you can see through here what you're looking for. If you don't, you can just wiggle it around. And here the image is wrong way around, and I got used to it pretty quickly. But okay, first you align it by eye, then through here, and then what I would do, I would get this out and look through here, and you cannot see like image at all, but when you have it aligned with the star, you can see just a little bit of light. And then you look back again here and you make note of where the star is in like compared to the crosshair, because it's not aligned. And when you make note of it, you can use it later to align it approximately there, and you can that way later not have it apart every time. And then when you have aligned it, you start looking to here, and you cannot see the stars yet because it's not really aligned, so you have to search for it a little bit, wiggle it around until you see something, and then you would try to focus it, and then you have like a less than, well, because the thing is at this point wobbling around, you have to wait the oscillation to stop, and it takes its sweet time. But when you have done that, you have like half a minute time to look at the star, because the night sky is moving and it just drifts away, and then you have to do it again. Look at, well, you don't have to use this anymore, but you just have to search it again, and then you wait the oscillations to stop, and by now you have it focused, so you can look again. So yeah, pretty nifty. And I was thinking about, because I have this old camera mount, like tripod, so I'm just going to, and I'm not going to use any of these plastic parts. I'm going to like build a much heftier system that clamps the pipe here, and then I can just make a mount that goes to the camera mount, and I think that would be a lot better than this one. And then I can either toast this or maybe use it for some kind of, I don't know. This is pretty bad, so I might just toss this one. But yeah, nothing much to say. I mean, as a reference point, I'm really pleased with this one. And I'm saying reference point because, of course, I'm still not actively, but maybe at some point I might start experimenting with the homemade reflector telescope. Who knows? But in the meanwhile, I'll see if I have a little bit of fun with this one. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks.